A woman is not satisfied with her husband, so she directly returned him as merchandise. It turns out that the woman learned from a party with her friends. A magical supermarket can return husbands. At night, Donnie tossed and turned. All she could think about was her husband's lazy and unkempt behavior. He did nothing but boss her around at home. The more she thought about it, the angrier she got. She got up, went to the storage room, and found her husband's warranty. The next morning, Donnie went to the supermarket. There were all kinds of new husbands. Short, tall, fat, thin, different styles. They even offered 7-day returns. Donnie first chose a handsome young man, although she was a little uncomfortable at first. But he was active and clingy. The few days she spent with him were sweet and relaxing.
Do I remind you of your mom?
Little, like, not in a creepy way.
But Donnie still felt the age difference was too great, so she returned him. Then she switched to a sunny gym boy. He was sweet and energetic. He gave Donnie a new lease on life. But the conflict soon arose again.
Don't you think that's a little too much butter on your chapati?
Donnie thought the man was trying to make her fat, so she sent him back. After changing husbands twice, Donnie was slightly disappointed in the man. She began to miss the single life, so she went home and started planning her trip around the world. Suddenly, there was laughter outside her window. Donnie looked through the window. She saw that her husband, who had retired, had been bought by a neighbor at a sale price. The neighbor couldn't hide her joy. She couldn't stop bragging to Donnie. What shocked her even more was that her husband had changed his old image of sloppiness and laziness. He became handsome and hardworking. He lived happily with her neighbor. Every look and gesture of her ex-husband irritated Donnie. Her single life became unhappy, and she herself was living like her old husband. Coincidentally, this day she met her husband again at the supermarket. It turned out he'd been returned by his neighbor, even though his list price was infinitely close to zero. No one looked at him. Donnie sat down and asked him why he was willing to change for his neighbor, and the husband reveals his feelings.
Everything I did was wrong, just because it wasn't done the way you would do it. Nothing I did ever seemed to be good enough for you, so I stopped trying.
Donnie was silent as she listened.
I'm sorry.
After one farce after another, it took two people to finally understand what understanding and tolerance is. At that moment, a bold idea came to Donnie's mind. She loaded her husband into a cart and rushed out of the supermarket. This time she didn't take out a warranty, which meant she would never return him.